Hello everyone, this is Krugu and welcome to my brand new series. This is the Minecore Feed the Beast Monster server. And if you're wondering, it's April Fool's Day and we've got this lovely skin. So to start off this episode, I thought I'd give you a little tour around spawn, a little bit about the server, and just a general update of what I've done so far before starting this series. So as you can see so far, we've got berries at the community spawn, just for anybody who wants to start out or come along and get them. So pretty much been living on berries this entire time. For the start out, we actually found a fair bit of clay, so we decided to make a smeltery for the community, good for making tools and for early doubling your ores. And one of the guys left a tool forge. I think he's going to be coming back for this soon, but for now he left it. So we've got a few hammers going, and I've actually just managed to get some obsidian. I'll show you how we got that later. So I've got the what was it again? Something. Anyway, the one that can let you get cobalt is slightly better than diamond apparently, so I'll be on to another soon. For our mining, we've created a mining age, so this will allow us to quarry like mad, dig like hell, and not have to worry too much about what's getting destroyed, making world holes, or just ploughing straight through somebody's base. And it seems like somebody's came here and started building actually, so I might have to maybe not so much about worrying about somebody's base then. I just hope somebody doesn't accidentally set up a quarry without seeing it. I doubt that, but you know, I'll need to keep a note of that. So anyway, we've got a mining age for us, and I'll just cut this bit back as I go back, okay? Now, as for where I'm actually staying, and actually I'll mention this here, we had a slight hiccup to the fact that that's spawn, and when somebody died, they appeared in the smeltery, which I don't think they're too happy about. So I've plugged that now, and it should be safe. And yeah, could be safer. Or if you'd ever choose to. As for me, I've set up a little hidey hole over at the base of this mountain. And I've got a few basic resources set up, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a few ingots. And I'm planning to go to the nether and get some cobalt and some ardite and get some higher tier tools. As you can see, it's in my little base here. I've had a little igneous extruder set up with a little portable tank of lava and a infinite source here, so I've just been bucketing in the ingredients to make obsidian. So I've got enough obsidian now to make a portal, and I'm using some obsidian for the tools, so I'll be getting around to that today. If you're interested, I'll just do a quick little scan of my ores, the ingots and the dusts. So not that much, still early days, but I've set up anyway. I've got a little hole, and I'll speak of what we're doing today once we get everything organised. Okay guys, so I only got 4 diamonds, but I figured it was worthwhile to make an enchanting table just so I don't get completely and utterly demolished when I go to the nether. So there's that, there, and there. Now, should have enough obsidian for this. No, I need to make the book first. Obviously I don't have bookcases, so it'll just be low level enchantments. I'll put it down in the basement actually, since it's can go anywhere. And let's just go for a few low levels. We're 25, which I'm probably going to lose because I always die in the nether, but you know, fun in the process. Protection, projectile protection, and fire protection. That's not a bad mix actually. We could do something in my bow actually. Don't want to put 6 in the bow. I'd rather do 4 and 4 I think. 5 in the bow, 3 on the sword. If I can get a 3 that is. There it is. You know what I mean by iron. So there we go, some basic armor. And right, so I did actually make still can't remember what this is called, sword, but I discovered that the ruby was actually a bit better, so I thought I'd go with that. So I think that's just about everything. So I've got my sword with well, I'll say useless by bane of arthropods, but I think there's some spiders in the nether. A little bit of bow. I've got my pick for cobalt and my hammer for doing the same. Hammer for general use, and I've got my excavator and lumber axe just in case. Now I am actually missing something. Two things in fact. Next bit of cobble, and let's see, flint should be in here. There we go. The flint and steel. There it is. And I took a tool station just in case I want to repair some things, but actually I don't think I should need that. So I'll leave that here, and I think I'm about good. So let's go make this portal. I debated between doing it at my own place and spawn, but I figured the best place for it would just be in between the two. So I could put it inside this hill a little bit. About there. Okay, I might build this and come back. Okay, well here it goes. Let's see how terrifying this nether is, because I've heard there's a lot of things to look out for. Oh, right off the bat. That's so good. What's that? Oh, talk about getting stuck in the thick of it. Christ, nearly died. Give me a second here. Let's get it together. Don't want to disturb anyone or look at anything wrong, although someone got miss. But is that cobalt? It is. Just what I came in for. I think this one will work. No. I wondered if I would put the block next if it would break it as well, but apparently not. Wouldn't have been that harm shard thing that set off the pig man, would have it? No, no, you're not friendly, are you? You're not friendly at all. No, 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 no. Someone tells me I want to leave soon. Nope. Right. I guess that's shows how scary the nether is. Right, I'm gonna get some backup stuff and then try and kill that one pig man, get my stuff back and recover, and not get blown up by that creeper. Give me a second, guys. And here we go. Wonder where he went to. Fire bats. Right, I might just hang around the portal here until everyone calms down a little bit. Maybe build a little bit of a dirt hut. I think this needs to go. Yeah. So give me a second, I'm going to come and I'm going to build a little bit of a dome around this portal and wait for a little bit of a cool off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've built the dome and it sounds like I've got spiders already. Thankfully, being of arthropods. So I do hope I don't die. And the fire bat's nearby. Oh. That was something. Mining fatigue. I don't know how keen I am on going out in the nether, but I'll get everything a little bit more organised, I guess. Flame string. Some bit more durable. I'll stick with what I got just now, but I will put it away so I don't lose it. Okay, so out we go into the big bad world. Let's try and like let's get some of this soul sand. Yep, still friendly. I don't like pigmen. Even worse when they aggro on you with no reason. Nether essence ore. Not chancing it. Redstone. Nope. Still not worth it. Deny him. And yeah, before I go, really should do this. And I forget which one sets a waypoint. There it is. And nether. Let's go portal. Okay, done. Now let's see which weird and wonderful way will kill me first. Nitro creeper. Oh, this must be where he came in. That'll be Chewy, and he came in that way. And he had some trouble, it seems. He was telling me a bit about that. Ooh, his bag. I'll give it back to him, but for now that'll be handy for me to use. Tainted soil. Right. Let the journey begin. Tell you, not knowing if someone's going to attack you or not, it's the worst feeling. Ooh, I think that might be... oh, lapis. Thought it was cobalt. Anyway, I'm going to keep going out, grab something close enough along the way, and I'll keep looking for cobalt and ardite. Word of warning, nitro creepers. Not something to be taken lightly. It's just a creeper, big explosion, shorter fuse. Oh well, turns out even if you try and get some nether quartz, they don't like you. Hear that? They are not liking me right now. No! Careful what you mine. Oh well, I'm alive. I'm alive. I just don't think I should stay here too long. The dreadful road home. Let's hope nothing attacks me. I get a peaceful journey. I want to go see if that gas dropped anything. Oh, no, you're good. Right, somewhere around here. There it is. Two gas tiers. Oh, my inventory full. Not much luck with cobalt and ardite, but I did find a lot of mimicite, which are fairly good things about. Did I get my flint and steel? No, I did not. So I can't use the portal here. I'll have to go all the way up. Okay. Curious what all these little question marks that just ones don't know, like the imps. Oh, not that far at all. Anyway, I'll meet you on the other side. Alright, I'm back, and it's not a bad haul altogether. I got all the copper ore, a lot of that mimicite, glowstone, a little bit of nether wart, so I've got a fair bit of things, but still no cobalt and ardite. So, let me have a bit of a think about what I want to do with this, and what my plan is, because I was thinking of factorization. Maybe I'll go mining, get some diamonds or iron and just start processing without the tools. But I really would have wanted some cobalt and ardite, so I might go back to the nether, probably do it off camera and probably die a lot, but I'll be back and let you know what I'm doing. Okay, so a little time has passed between the last segment and this one, and I've been doing a little thinking while I went out mining for some copper here, and I've just smelted that up. And I'm doing that because I want to do something for spawn. And before that, I'm going to do a little bit of background work, and I'll probably set up my base and then just move over for that. So I've got my copper now, and I'm going to be doing some thermal expansion work. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some thermal expansion work and getting the pulverizer and things like that set up, and I'll probably be moving over to spawn for a project. So I'll meet you back over there when I go do that. Okay, see you there. I said to begin with that I was going to take the route of thermal expansion. I never exactly said why. The main reason is for the project that I want to do over there. I'm wanting hardened glass, and I've discovered something that in fact you actually make invar in the smeltery with the ferrous, being this nickel, and iron. So it's normally you would take the route to get invar. To get invar ingots, you'd have to either use the induction smelter with pulverized iron to nickel dust, or to make the blend in the first place. As you can see here is the liquid caster and liquid table somewhere in here. That's it. So it's a 2-to-1 for iron to nickel, and normal method. Setting here, invar blend. So you get it to the iron dust, nickel dust, which takes a pulverizer. So I'm just going to save a step here by making the iron and nickel melt here to get some invar, because that way I can skip the leadstone conduits and go straight to the hardened. I can find them, I can show you the difference. Leadstone transfers 80, whereas the hardened transfers 400. Now you need to get the leadstone to upgrade to the hardened because there's no straight recipe for it. However, but it just saves us having to put them all together and then take them back down again and convert them, put them back up again. So it just saves us a little bit of a step with making it now. So we'll get some invar here, and then we can start building our little basic processing station. So I'm thinking of doing my little setup over this side of the room, which means I kind of have to make a little bit of a mess to get everything together. Let's see, make a bit of obsidian first to make sure we don't waste all this lava. Say all, it's all in one bucket. But still, every little counts. So let's get that obsidian, take this, make quite a mess, and there we go. I'll just tie this up, and I'll be using that area over there for, let's clear that out. I'll be using that area for our basic setup, and I'll probably do power generation on the second floor there. That really is a lot of cobble. Alright, I think we're ready to get going. I don't think there's an ample amount of time left in this video, but my next project will probably take just over a video, so if I do some of it now, it should fit into a video, I think. So let's just jump straight into it. Now I'm going to start with what machines I want. So I'm going to want a redstone furnace from thermal expansion, as I'm pretty much going along that lines. So I'm going to need some machine frames. I'm going to need a few of these because I'm going to make a few machines. So I'll just start with 2 at the moment because I know do a few machines here, actually 3 because I'm going to make a few. Probably need more of those soon enough. Let's go into this again. Now some bricks. That's generally your identifier between each recipe. The rest of the recipes are generally quite similar. Now we need some copper gears. Now I think this mod uses quite a bit of copper. Stone gears, wooden gears. It's just a tiered up system basically. So we've got some sticks here. Probably need a few of these. Let's get 8 of them. Doesn't cost us much. Then we can upgrade these to stone. And then I believe it was stone straight to copper. There's 2 types of iron gears, the thermal expansion copper gear, which is an iron ingot, and then there's forestry, which is just a bit cheaper. So I think just now we'll just do 2 of them. There we go. Actually, let's see let's just make one at a time here. And then your redstone reception coil. Your redstone coils our main ingredient is based on what they do. If they're receiving, they're gold. If they're transmitting, like these dynamos, silver, and these energy cells, if they transmit and receive, they use a blend which is electrum. So if we make this, and you get them redstone. Just be a second. Just have some in here. Go. And there's a reception coil. Get 2 of them. And make a redstone furnace, 1 of them. Now the next one I'm wanting to make is the pulverizer right next to it, so there's a bit of flint. I don't think I've got any hanging by here. Again, just a second. And it should be here. There it is, 2 pieces of that. Pulverizer. And more copper gears. I think it's that one. 2 more of them. I think we should have everything for it. Piston. I'll need some of that. Get 1 of them. And our pulverizer. That's our 2 main ones. And while we're here, since I got some Invar over there, I think I'm going to make the induction smelter, as I will need it. And since it's here, don't think there's anything too fancy with that. Another reception coil. Where did I put that then? Induction smelter. Copper gears, that one's. And should have a bucket. There's our induction smelter. Now we're going to have to choose how to power this. And I'm going to pick steam dynamos. Now they're solid fuel version. You can run them straight off of steam if you have some steam generation. But in the early game you can just put some charcoal and some water in there and that'll work for us. So you got your transmission coil now, which is silver. Now I think I'm going to want, let's go for 3 of them. Some copper gears. So we need some more gears. Let's see, show some wood here. I should do 10 first. I need some cobble actually. Yeah, but I'll need some cobble. And upgrade these to some copper. Get a few of them. And steam dynamos. By 3. And we're going to need a way to cool these because it runs off of water. So I'm thinking of going with the aqueous accumulator. So I'm going to need another machine frame. There we go. I might stop halfway through this to get some resources, but that shouldn't take a minute. So there's a machine frame, aqueous accumulator, pneumatic servo. We'll only be needing a few of these actually. 5. Getting low on iron. Here we are. Get some tin gears. 2 of them. And we should have an aqueous accumulator bucket. We need a bucket. Aqueous accumulator. There we go. Now, the best way, I'm going to be using pipes to move this, so I'm going to use the fluid ducts. I made some of these earlier for a little project we're doing with the smeltery, but it's just some lead and copper, and I'm not going to worry about doing the see-through ones, because they still work the same way, but I like it for items, but not so much for liquids. And I'm going to need a way to transfer this energy. So if I go through these cells, these conduits, that's rather, there they are. You've got leadstone transfers 80, now these steam dynamos produce 80 each. So I'm going to want to go straight to the hardened, but I'm going to have to upgrade the lead. So let's get some leadstone, which is just some lead, some glass, and some redstone. That should do it for now. I can upgrade these to hardened. Just a little redstone, those ingots we made earlier, and that should do us. So we've got our way of transferring the energy. So we've got our machines, our power generation, power cooling, and energy transfer, as well as our liquid transfer. But I'm actually wanting to put a energy cell in line with this, just to have a little buffer, because these steam dynamos aren't 100% efficient. They do become more efficient over time as they progress, and they do lower their outputs and their fuel drain, but they're not completely efficient. So I want to save up energy so it will just deposit any excess into a cell. So we'll have to start at the lowest tier, because I'm going to go up to hardened again, but they actually require the leadstone energy cell or the energy cell frame. So let's get ourselves a frame. What am I missing for that? A redstone block? Is it? Energy cell. There we go. Got one of them. And we're going to hook it up. There's this, oh yeah, what I was talking about before, is the conductance coil. It needs an electrum ingot. Now I'm not quite sure how guys got them, but there were some of these that spawn. I think a couple of ingredients got mixed together in the smeltery, so I've actually got some electrum ingots, but normally you need to make it in an induction furnace. See if we can show it here. Make a blend, which is silver and gold. So it seems that somebody put silver and gold in the smeltery at the same time and mixed it up for us. So I'll just do a little bit here. Yeah, I can conductance coil, and should have an energy cell. There we go. Right. And these pneumatic servos are handy for these fluid ducts as well. So let me go clear my inventory and get this on board, and I'll be back with you in a second. Right, so I've decided that I want to put my machines over this wall here. So I'm going to just start plotting them down here for the pulverizer, redstone furnace, induction smelter. And you'll notice these coloured sides. The good thing about thermal expansion is you can actually configure the inputs and outputs. So if I shift click the centre here, it's turned off. So if I set this top to blue, that means I could put a hopper on here and insert the blue side, and I'll go to this blue slot. If I output the right hand side, I can also set it to blue. But if I put that to red, and forgive me if I get my colours wrong, I am slightly colourblind here, but that means that this output that is coloured the same colour as this one would go to the next block on this side. So if I lift this up and crescent hammer's a tool, you'd see the block here is red. If I set that to yellow, that means that this yellow one's a secondary output. So if we put cobble in here, we usually get sand, and I set a 10% chance of gravel in this slot here, which then we go into here. Or we could set that up to both. So if it was like so, if putting gold in, you get your gold, and a slight chance of, I think it's iron. So I'm going to set that up here if I want to do that in the future, and this one's going to accept on the left, and I think I want output on the top. So we'll smelt things with some chest, so we'll probably do a hopper into a chest here, and the induction smelter I'm just going to turn off because that's going to be for what we want when we want it. So what we're going to need to do, I'll get some light on here. And we're going to want the 3 machines are here, and we're going to want some power to them. So if we put these cells on, this is how we're going to transfer the energy. Now I think I want my dynamos basically along here, but they're going to need cooled. So let me build the channel first, and I just need to get a couple of buckets of water back in a second. Okay, so I have my water buckets, and what I'm really going to do, so I'll just grab that amber there, might come in handy, is I'm going to make an infinite water source. Now whenever you don't know the aqueous accumulator, you can actually just put it down in the world and it will slowly take water from the atmosphere. But that's a little slow for cooling 3 steam dynamos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this back up, there's my tool. I'm actually going to put it in the water to replace the source block. So if I put that in the middle there, every time a source block would be made, then you can see here it'll fill up the water source. Now the only question is how do we get it out and into the system. Luckily the aqueous accumulators auto eject, I think. There we go, water. So we don't need to pump it out or anything like that, or redstone signal, because you can set outputs on this, which you don't need to do because it auto ejects. As you can see there, we can stop outputs altogether. So there's our water. And we'll just need to put in our steam dynamos. And we can see they're filling up water slowly but surely. So let's get a little bit of charcoal in there, and there seems to be a steam bug for quite some time now, and once it builds up I'm sure I'll get more. A little bit in here, a little bit in there. Now that'll build up its internal buffer. Water, steam, there's its buffer, and you can see here it's producing 40-ish RF per tick for a maximum of 80, and it's slowly going down because it's got nowhere to put this and the buffer's filling up. And once this buffer's full, that should be next to 0. I think this one just hit that, or charcoal rather. So you can see it slowly goes down. That's a little inefficient. So I'm going to put these coils here, and it should take a little bit of a drain because these saturate and hold a little bit in them. And I'm going to put my energy cell in here. And this can also be set for inputs outputs on the blue and orange faces, yellow being none at all. So it should be input at the bottom, output at the top. And you can see this buffer's quickly getting drained out and put into the energy cell. So if I was to check the outputs now, we should see it's outputting 80 RF per tick because it's no longer got that internal buffer. So that charcoal I put in will be completely used up with a full output, and we put into the energy cell with no waste, which is currently charging the internal buffers of these machines. So that's going to be our power setup for the beginning part, and I'll probably move this over to spawn for a little project I've got in mind for next episode. So I'm going to go upstairs quickly and get some hardened glass, because that's the main reason I actually built this induction smelter. I plan to use this pulverizer redstone furnace for the project, but it's really just a handy thing to have anyway until I move it over there. But one of the important things about the induction furnace is its ability to be able to make hardened glass, which is, I believe, 8 obsidian and a bit of lead. I think it used to be 4, but it's went up to 8. So I can't remember how much obsidian you get per pulverizing. So we put it in here, and I'll turn off the outputs actually, because there's no point of that. Because you can't, I'm not going to smelt up obsidian, I want the dust. So you get 4 per, so I don't actually need that much. I'll do that, take this 4, and give me another 4 here. There we go. To the induction smelter for 4 obsidian, only 1 lead. And that should come out with our hardened glass any second here. 2 hardened glass, so it's not that bad a deal. So let's check what we can use this for. And here we are, item ducts, which is what I really want it for, which is about tin, hardened glass, and you get see-through item ducts. It's also really handy for making reinforced portable tanks, which is hardened, which is portable, which I've got one of these of, and I'll want bigger. So there's a few uses for it that I'll get to down the line probably. But really that's the main reason I want to make this. So I'll probably just be doing this. And I think that's about a good time to wrap up the episode. I will be, for next episode, I'm thinking of moving this over to Spawn to automate a little process for everyone, something that everyone can benefit from. I just need to think the best way to put it and work it. I'll probably want to clear that out because I don't know if anybody's using that wooden column anymore. But yeah, I'll be moving my setup over there for Spawn with a little bit of a tweak to it. And I hope you will join me next episode to see that. And for now, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.